You know, someone who's really learned to trust him is Jody Strayer. And so I've asked her to come and share her story with us. Jody, it wasn't always that way, but about 8 years ago, you started coming to UVCC. What brought you here?
I was missing something in my life, and I wanted a place to raise my boys.
All right. And so you started coming to UVCC, but that's not where you accepted Christ, and that actually happened several years before in a parking lot. Tell us about that.
Yes, I was about 18 or 19 years old. I was working for a dentist, and they were Christians, and his wife was on me all the time talking to me about the Lord. And one night after work, we was out in the parking lot talking, and that's where I accepted Christ.
All right. So you brought him into your life and allowed Christ to come in and start to change things, and it didn't change everything right away, did it?
No.
All right. And there were some difficulties. In fact, one that was really a struggle for you had been all along. And finally, you got some help with that through Jesus Christ. What was that struggle?
As a child, I grew up in an abusive family, and as a result of that, I had an eating disorder. And I was in and out of hospitals, and by the grace of God, I'm here today.
All right. And so God helped you overcome that. And then he begins to teach you to trust. And he has to take you through 2 broken ankles. That's her husband, Richard, there on the camera there. Wave, Richard. Okay. And he breaks a couple ankles or so. And how does God teach you trust through all that?
The first time he broke his ankle, I was in a panic. I thought, I cannot work 7 days a week and the numbers come out to be what we need. And it did. We made it. And I learned to trust God. And the second time it happened, I didn't panic, and we were fine. And I hope he knows I trust him now so we can be done with that.
Isn't it true that God will teach us, and we want to be quick students because we don't want to have to learn all over again? All right. You know, then as you're going through this, you're in dentistry, dental hygienist, and so you always wondered, what's God going to do in my life besides dentistry, and how's he going to work through it all? It kind of, God planted a seed when you were going to school.
Yes, one of my instructors went to Africa on a medical mission trip, and she was telling us about it, and I thought that would be the neatest thing to be able to do to help somebody that way. And a few months ago, Dr. Landis was talking up here about his medical mission trip that he was going on. And after he spoke, I went out and talked to him and told him I was interested in doing that. And so now I'm going to Guatemala in April.
All right. And you're so glad you sat over there and not over here that day. And,
yes.
And that's not normally how
no,
it is
I
it?
normally sit up here in the middle, and that day I sat over there. And I'm not a person that likes to get up and walk in front of people or talk in a crowd. And that day I sat over there, and when he left, he was walking out this way, and I just felt like God was pushing me off my chair. This is your chance. This is what I want you to do. You need to go talk to him. So I was able to walk out and around so I wouldn't be noticed.
All right, so if God tells you to change seats, it could be something really exciting, so make sure you move. And and you know, what was kind of neat is that this is a step for you in your spiritual journey. You know that it is. You know he's going to help you uncover even more things. Sometimes we have to say yes to something and be obedient to that one thing before you see something else in the future. So this is a big step for you. What are you going to be doing while you're in Guatemala?
I will be doing cleanings. I'm also an EFTA, so I can do fillings and local anesthetic and possibly some surgery. He asked me if I would be scared to extract teeth, so.
All right, so you're going to get to do all that, and really, in the name of Jesus, just spread His love while you're there.
Yes.
Now, is it free? This is a costly thing, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Obedience does cost us something. Jody had shared with me that she's put her Christmas bonus aside. You're on your days off. You're taking extra hours to get enough funds to be able to go. You leave in April. You're well on your way, but you're not all the way there. But God provides, doesn't He? When we take those first steps, He begins to provide. How has He provided for you for this trip?
Well, I've had a couple patients. They brought up, one gentleman brought up that his 2 daughters just came back from a mission trip. And so we started talking, and I said I was going on one. And then I had another patient. He just got back from Belize on a mission trip. And they both donated money for my trip. And the first gentleman who donated the money, I was really hesitant about accepting it because he has 8 children. And and his wife doesn't work, and so he provides for his family, and I didn't want to take that from him. And then he told me, don't deny me of that blessing. So.
All right, and so God working through that. And you know what? I know she's not all the way there. She's doing what she can do, and that's what we do. We do what we can do, and then we trust God will step in. And if you want to be a part of what Jody's doing and help her on her trip, certainly you could come see her or let me know or give something to us, and we'll see that it gets to her. If you want to be part of what God is doing through Jody down in Guatemala, you're going to be spreading the love of Jesus. And maybe you can't go, but you want to help somebody else who can. Well, would you just thank Jody for sharing her story with us? Thank you for joining us for this week's broadcast, Celebration of Life. We invite you to experience our worship celebration in person each Sunday in our newly expanded worship area. Services are at 9:15 and 11 a.m., and the dress is always casual. Children's worship services, adventure classes, and infant nursery care are available at all the services. Teen small groups for grades 6 to 12 meet during the 11 o'clock service. And for the kids, the big indoor playground opens immediately following the second service. Upper Valley Community Church is located at 1400 Sidell Parkway in Piqua, Ohio. Take I-75 exit 83 and go east less than a half mile and look for the sign to Upper Valley Community Church. You can learn more about UVCC's wide range of activities, programs, and services by visiting us on the web at uvcc.org or calling us at 937-778-8822. Whether you're a child, a teen, or an adult, there's a place for you at Upper Valley Community Church. Come experience the excitement and joy of being part of a growing church that's truly on God's mission, a church where you can belong and discover your purpose in life. We hope to see you soon.